The coins alert is where everything in this video comes from. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to my station to get more XRP news and news about cryptocurrencies in general. Look at this now. Gary Gensler, the chair of the SEC, is being investigated for allegedly hiring people with political ties. Before we go any further, there is a new crypto airdrop going on Telegram right now. It will soon be over. Make sure that you take part in this airdrop. Just below the movie, there is a link. Do not miss this now. Let's watch our video some more. Republican senators are looking into Gary Gensler right now. Gensler is the head of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and is known for being critical of the Bitcoin business. People are looking into Gensler because they think he showed favoritism during the SEC hire process. What came to the minds of Representative Jim Jordan, R. Ohio. The investigation is being led by Patrick McHenry, North Carolina, and James Comer. It is based on claims that political ideology may have played a part in important hiring decisions at the Securities and Exchange Commission, which may have been against federal employment standards. It all comes down to who will be hired as the head of trading and markets for the Securities and Exchange Commission in November 2021. The first thing lawmakers talked about was an email conversation that was sent to Gensler on May 18, 2021. In the email, Dr. Zhu confirmed his political views by saying, "I think I'm in the right place on the political spectrum, and I'm happy to give you as many details as you need to feel at ease." This correspondence was talked about by the lawmakers in a letter sent to Gensler. The lawmakers say that this message makes it look like Dr. Zhu's hiring was affected by his political views. The Civil Service Reform Act of 1978 says that hiring decisions at the federal level must be based on merit, not party ideology. This would be against the law. Concerns were also made by senators about the fact that the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has been filling key positions with people from groups that lean left, which makes the body seem less impartial. In the event that these claims are proven to be true, they could hurt the SEC's hiring process. Also read CBD Deck from the Central Bank of Russia says that the digital ruble should be widely used by June 2025. Gensler has been given an order that says he needs to turn in information from April 2021. Any conversations that happen during the hiring process for directors and assistant directors must be included in this paperwork. The Securities and Exchange Commission may also ask for any papers that show how job applicants are connected to politics or what they think about it. Gensler has been told that they have until today, September 24th, to meet with the request. His people don't like Gensler's time as head of the Securities and Exchange Commission because of how he handles controlling the cryptocurrency business. The investigation has begun. The Securities and Exchange Commission has brought a number of enforcement cases against major players in the cryptocurrency industry under his direction. Critics say this has slowed down growth in the field. Also, Vice President Joe Biden's government has been cautious with digital assets. This, according to MPs who are interested in cryptocurrency, has led to more regulatory uncertainty. Patrick McHenry is a strong supporter of the cryptocurrency business and a key player in this investigation. He has frequently called for clearer rules to encourage new ideas in the field of digital assets. He has also talked about how important this probe is, the trouble that regulators are having with the cryptocurrency industry, and the attention that has been paid to Gensler's leadership will be two of the main topics at Benzinga's Future of Digital Assets event on November 19th. Leaders in the industry will meet to talk about how regulation, new ideas, and the future of digital banking all fit together. An in-depth study is currently going on in the Washington, D.C. area into Gary Gensler, who is the head of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. There have been claims that he has hired government workers based on their political ties, which is against the law at the federal level. He is getting in trouble for this. It's not clear yet how the news will affect the market for cryptocurrencies. We will have to wait and see. The head of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, Gary Gensler, has a big case to deal with. Today, the House Judiciary Committee, the Financial Services Committee, and the Oversight Committee all worked together to send a letter to an organization. The letter was about Dr. Oxiang Zhu's proposal to be Director of Trading and Markets at the Securities and Exchange Commission. Based on letters that were made public during a rulemaking comment about the Securities and Exchange Commission, it was said that Dr. Zhu had shown his political support for Gary Gensler before he started working for the company. Representatives Jim Jordan, James Comer, and Patrick McHenry chose to look into what happened because of this. Doug Sifu, CEO of Virtue Financial, didn't focus on the market. Instead, he attacked Gensler's reasons, saying they were politics. These email conversations can now be used to gather more proof against the regulatory body. The letter also asked Gensler to show documents and correspondence related to the process of hiring directors and assistant directors. Someone asked for records of staff who worked in the chairman's office starting in April 2021, as well as any information about how political ties were taken into account when hiring people. The Securities and Exchange Commission had until September 24, 2024, to do what was asked of them. For Gary Gensler, what happens will rest on the election that is coming up. However, Gary Gensler's job is in danger because the government might be hiring someone else at the same time as this probe. As a possible alternative to Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, the Republican candidate for president, said at the Bitcoin 2024 conference that he would look into the rules that guide cryptocurrencies if he wins the election for vice president. Trump promised to fire Gensler and pick a new head of the Securities and Exchange Commission who is open to new ideas for the future. He also promised to set up a council that would only deal with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies if he won the race. In a recent comment, Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple Labs Inc., said that he thought Gensler might leave the SEC no matter what the election results were. The author Garlinghouse says that there is a good chance that the organization's leadership will change. There have been many times when important people in the industry have talked about Gensler's part in the SEC's ongoing enforcement attempts against companies like Ripple Labs, Coinbase, and Binance. In July, Congressman Tom Emmer of the United States of America asked that Gensler be fired from his job at the office. It has been about a week. Stuart Alderode, Chloe Ripple's chief legal officer, said that the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) lied to judges during a legal dispute. The SEC's rules on the cryptocurrency market, Coinbase and Binance, have definitely had a big impact on the cryptocurrency environment. On the other hand, these limits have also led to close scrutiny and action being taken against major players in the industry, which has caused people in the business to talk about it. The regulatory group has brought up the idea that proof-of-stake coins might be considered securities, which is what these talks are about.